Good morning, everyone. Today is Wednesday, May 28th, and today we will cover the trades for YieldMax funds, TSLY, Coney, NVDY, Misty, SMCI, and PLTY. And before we even get to that, we gotta look at the pre-market because that's what we do now. That's our thing, right? This is as of 5:04 a.m. Tesla is kind of flat, showing up 0.01%. Oh, now 0.03. Again, this thing's changing left and right. But it's up 0.03%, 363.01. Tesla is up 0.1%, $9.56. Nvidia is showing to be a little red. It's down 0.25%, 135.16. NVDY is down 0.2%. It's at 1530. By the way, RexShares just tweeted about this. RexShares is launching their first of many, it looks like, the growth in income version of, individual, covered call, individual exposure on, various companies. But it's not just income, it's growth in income. I don't know. So they're probably selling covered calls on, I think, half versus all, which is what YieldMax do. It's going to be interesting. The competition is fierce out there. Anyway, Coin is down 0.46%. It's at 265.18. Coney is down 0.11%, 901. M to the S to the T to the R, they are down 0.89%, 368.87. Misty is down 0.41%, 2161. TSLY is up 0.06%, 1647. TNA, they are down 1.32%, 2985. Well, they had a really great, really, the whole freaking market was really green yesterday. Bitcoin is down 0.83%, 109,015. BitX is down 1.8%, 5761. Saxo is down 0.69%, 1717. SMCI, they are up 1.4%, 4215. SMCY is up 0.05%, 1994. Palanteer is down 0.64%, 122.60. PLTY is down 0.4%, 61.85. youre is down 0.63%, 80.05. And last but not least, the Qs. Not just the Qs, but triple leverage Qs. They are down. TQQQ is down 0.49%, $70.60 now. So let's get to the spreadsheet. That's pre-market. Let's get moving here. All right, who had trades yesterday? Well, out of who we cover, NVIDIA. Okay, NVIDIA had trades. Misty, crap load of trades. I got home from a baseball game last night. I'm like, wah. Scott, we got to talk. Come on. On a Monday? Come on, man. All right, anyway, let's start with Misty. What'd they do? What is this? What's going on here? Sell call, buy call, sell call, buy. So they're closing some stuff, and they're adding new positions. So in summary, again, I'm not going to cover it here. They added to their synthetic, and they rolled down some strikes. Okay, took profit, rolled it down, and that's it. I know it looks like a lot more than that, but that's pretty much it. So let's go to the file. It's a little easier to look at if I could find it. Where the hell is it? There it is. All right, there it is. Here we go. The Misty files. All right, synthetic wise, again, synthetics are separated into separate tabs so that we can properly check income and outgo. It was the only way, right? If you guys recall, I used to have the synthetic added to what's now the weeklies tab, and oh boy, what a mess. What a mess. You don't even know the struggle in the beginning. Anyway, yesterday was the 27th, right? We got to check the watch because we don't even know what day it is half the time. Yesterday was the 27th. They added 1,500 contracts to the 390 synthetic twice. And they got a pretty credit. They got 4.9 mil on one, 4.9 mil on the other, and they just had to pay about 2.8 on the call. So that's pretty good, man. They got about 2 mil income twice. Why? Well, look at MSTR price, 372.20, and this synthetic is at the 390. But either way, whatevs, right? That's all we gotta say. Whatevs. This synthetic expires in 24 days on June 20th. So we will, as we say, let it be. Let it be. All right, the 420. What are you gonna do, 420? When's the last time we even looked at your ass? Let's see. 515. Okay. Yeah, we'll get back to you, 420. Trust us. We'll see you soon, bruh. Oh, the stupid stroller's hitting my head again. Oh my God. Garage struggles. You guys get it, man? Oh man. There you go. All right. There's a stroller right above my head. I always say it's going to fall on my head one day during the video. But that's part of the fun and entertainment, I guess, right? Birds are out in full motion. Let's go. All right. Again, yesterday was what? Tuesday. Market reopened. How we doing? Well, MSTR, just chilling, man. Just chilling. Went up 0.73%. MSTY went up a little more at 0.84%. These are the days that we love. I know a lot of you guys, you love the Bitcoin, you love the MSTR, but these are the beautiful days, man, because we just make money. We make money on time. Why? Because we're basically, we're trading some IV, baby. And our IV sucks for MSTR at the moment, but still, we're making money in the process. So no rush. No rush on Bitcoin going to the moon, all right? Just chill out, bruh. All right, anyway, what's the... should I have a gain percent on IV? Probably not. The IV did go up, oh, now it went back down. What the hell? So I logged the IV as of the close yesterday, so it's interesting to know. Again, I don't know how frequent this updates, but as you see today, it jumped back down. So it went from the 65% on May 23rd to 70% yesterday, and now 66% today. Damn, this IV blows. But whatever, man. Whatever. But, that's a new addition to the spreadsheet. I'm not sure if it's something you guys want to see, IV history. But it's always been something I've been curious of. Kind of cold, kind of hot. Don't know what I'm doing with this heater here. All right, so... what happened yesterday? All right, so they closed some contracts. All right, do you see there was a 430 right up here, right above the gray lines. There's a bunch of calls, selling calls, right? 430, 435, 432.50. All right. If you look at MSTR, that is at 372.50, right? 372.50, which is way below these strike prices. So, a lot of time value has gone by, right? So they were able to close out these positions rather early and for under $1, under 50 cents in most cases. So really chump change, take the win and run. Take the money and run. And what do we mean by that? Let's see. They only paid what we got in red. I'm not going to add it up. Too lazy. I will detail the profit though. Profit on all 5 contracts here, 739,000, 636,000, 625,000, 640,000, and 840,000. Now, that's the good part. The bad part is these were way out of the money, 15 and 16% out of the money. And so with 3 full trading days still left, if MSTR moons, these would be ready, right? Because they would allow you to capture a lot of the upside. So, that's the problem with closing on, well, I can't say Monday, I guess. Tuesday. It's this week's Monday, so what do you want? So, again, early win. They took the profit, and they rolled the strike prices down. Hopefully MSTR, has a chill week. Just chill out, MSTR. There's no rush. All right, here's 1,000 contracts. Same thing. Look at that 435 strike. 44 cents to close that sucker. Look what they got when they opened it. 560 credit. I mean, you got to take that profit, right? Let's see how much they made. 516,000. So, yeah. If we had a profit percentage calculator on the side, I don't know if I can handle another column, but you get what I'm saying. They would be making bank, bro. Bank. Again, active management. This is what we want to see, so that's a good thing. All right, what do we got here? They closed they sold a call that they bought. They didn't have many of them, as you know. They made 30 cents. Is it worth it? Maybe 30 cents. Not really. I mean, $41,000, whatever. I guess. I don't know. We'll see what they did down below with that 1,385 contracts. Did they do something with that? Maybe not. I don't freaking know. Did they buy another call? 1,000. Where is there another buy call? I gotta double check something. 2012. What do we got in green up here? Okay, just the 2012. All right, that's fine. All right, so new positions now. Again, if we go to, there's a lot of lines here, and I apologize if you're already dizzy, but how do you think I feel? All right, so here's basically what they did, right? They have those high-ass strike prices. They rolled the strike prices down to make even more premium. Remember what they paid? Like 50 cents, under 50 cents. Look at the credit that they're getting open the new positions. All right? So they made, 339 credit, 340 credit, blah, 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 freaking blah. So what they did is, they saw that MSTR was kind of like chilling. A lot of time value went by. They said, all right, let's roll the strike prices down, take that risk. And now we are not 15% out of the money. We are 7, 4, 6, every, scattered the freaking doodah. That's what we are now. But we're not the double digit out of the money. But we have 3 trading days left. So is this going to be the right move? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But how much did they make on these trades? If you're wondering, it's all over here. Remember the call credit? Right now, 459,000, 508, 510,000, a lot of money. They made a lot of money, but the real question is, how much is it going to cost to close them? We'll see how MSTR performs the rest of the week. Again, it's going to get interesting. Today in the pre-market, what did we see? We saw a little red. So, we're fine with a little red. We are. I am. Are you? I don't know. Anyway, so, again, they rolled down the highest strike prices, took the win, moved down, because they used, again, time is on our side too, right? So we're using all that time value left. We rolled down the strikes within the same week, and we made bank, bro. And we'll show you that in a second. But before, I got to show you the new scattered doodah list. So this is what's left over, all right? Again, we do got some double digiters, actually, so that's good. So here's what's left for the week. Again, we got 3 full freaking trading days. The lowest strike now, 390. It's 4.78% out of the money. Is that safe? I don't know. The next one, 395. Then 400, 405, 410. And the highest strike price, 412.50. All right. So that's 10.83% out of the money. This synthetic, this should not be here. What do we have? Yeah. I got to delete this. Clear that. All right. Sorry about that. All right. So, yeah, basically we are 4 to 10% out of the money for the rest of the week. What do we want to happen? Best case scenario is we close just a hair below 390. Right? Because why? Because we'll win all of our trades and basically capture a lot of the upside, right? If not more, right? Because we're making premium in the process. If they blow through the 390, 395, 400, remember, we still have our synthetic that makes bank, bro. So it's all good when all's said and done. But again, we like to maximize on all possible gains at all times. And that's what I'm trying to cover. That's what I'm trying to explain. And I get it. Some of you don't care, right? Let them blow through the strikes, right? No, not to me. I want maximum. I want it all. All right. So since I want it all, I want MSTR to close just below 390. So 390 is the magic number the rest of the week. Get that in your head. 390. All right. We got this, guys. We got this. All right. So outstanding shares. Any new whales in the house? Well, yeah. $3.9 million. Oh my God, 3.9 million. Who the hell is buying that much Misty? Who's got that much bank, bro? It ain't me. It ain't me. I may be buying 100 shares, though, by the end of the week because my put expires and it's in the money. But we'll talk about that later, too. All right, so here's the recap. Misty price, 2170, just chilling, 2170. As long as it's above 20, it's all good. It's all right. MSTR is at 372.20. 30-day IV, we talked about that. Little low, but whatever, man. Do what you got to do. 66%. Outstanding shares, 187 mil, 975,000. Here we go. Total net income, 42 mil. All right. That's the net income. That's the total net income. Total net income. All right. So that's good. That means we're making money. Should I fix the signage on that to be equivalent to the others? Probably. I know it's yeah, I think it's time. But anyway, distribution based on that so far, 22 cents. Daily income, 1 stinking penny. Daily yield, 0.07%. And if you annualize that, sucker, 25%. Is that nice? Not really, man. But it is what it is. We were in a bad position. This is a comeback. In case you guys forget, this is a comeback. You know, we were not making bank, bro, and we turned things around, man. We switched, woo-wee. No, good job for real. That's a good comeback. Anyway, MSTR yesterday. All right, let's look at this comparison. We know they bought more Bitcoin. All right, awesome. All right, now buy me some Bitcoin, MSTR. All right. We talk about you every day. Come on, buy me some Bitcoin. Anyway, MSTR, we said, went up 0.73%. Misty beat it. It went up 0.84%. Even WNTR went up. It went up 0.41%. But how MSTR went up? How does that work? Well, again, it went kind of flattish, right? It didn't go up a lot. So since it only went up, went up under 1%, time is on. Again, these are options, man. So MSTR being flat, MSTY would like that. WNTR would like that. So it's making bank. It did do, too great. But again, it stayed positive on a positive MSTR day. That's good. IMST, they went up 0.73%. Not bad at all. But Misty did beat IMST. Someone reminded me, who was it? Everhold? I think it was you, Everhold. That we hit over 1,000 views in a 24-hour period. I think it was on the Saturday video, actually. So guess what? I had to go back and manually freaking update MST. Do you believe it? Do you believe? Do you feel bad for me? So before we even go any further, before I even show you MST, if you enjoy this content, this spreadsheet crap, please hit the like button. All right. I said please. Doesn't that matter? All right. Anyway, MST yesterday, it went up 0.95%. So guess what? Its first update, it won. It beat everyone. It beat IMST. It beat WNTR. It beat freaking Misty. It beat MST. It beat everyone. So MST, champ is here. Champ is here. Champ is here. All right. Anyway, so I had to go back and see, okay, when the hell did this thing freaking launch? About May 2nd-ish? Yeah, sure, probably. Who the hell knows? And let's just go down the line. Let's just look at any big days. Let's just see how they react. MSTR, okay, on the 3rd, MSTR went down approximately 2%. MST went down a lot, right? It went down 3.75%. Remember, they have like 50% leverage, 40 to 60% leverage. I don't freaking know. 2x on about half of the fund, approximately, right? So that's the downside. So now let's see if we can find a big upside, a big up day. Here we go. MSTR went up on the 8th, May 8th, 5.58%. Okay. What about MST? MST went up 8.62%, brah. In your face, brah. And again, that's pretty sweet. Again, Take the good with the bad, all right? And obviously, yeah, it won that day. It whooped everyone's ass that day. It's going to whoop everyone's ass that day. But then you get a down day, down 2.68%. That's not going to be pretty. They went down 4.88%. So you get to see kind of what's going on here. Oh, here's a big day, up 4%. Is MST going to go up 8 or at least 6, right? Because since they're like 50%, 2x leverage, let's see. 7.46%. Good stuff. It's looking good, man. Looking good. But again, a big down day. MSTR down 4.73%. That's going to be tough. What are they going down? Yep, about 8%, man. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Continue down the line on the 17th. MSTR went up 3.41%. MST went up 5%. Went down 3.41%. MST went down 5. Oh, crap. This is not a good day for anyone, especially MST. What did they go down? Let's see. MSTR went down 7.5 that day. Misty went down to 6.76. Winter went up, as it should. IMST went down 5.82. And then the worst of the worst, here we go. Oh, it went down 14.3%. So see, that's going to hurt. MST, again, high risk, high reward. We'll see how it progresses, though. Let's see how it, on a flat day. I want to see, yesterday was kind of a flat day, and it beat everyone. So, the plus minus under 1%, those are the days I want to see. Is MST always going to win those days? We'll see. We'll see. But anyway, it's added. It's official. Yes, it's still freaking manually done, so you're welcome. You're welcome. All right. Reaction. The only thing I could think of is we're just earning money, man. We're just making income. This is an income fund. We make income. And the beauty is when we see MSTR have like a flat, freaking boring day, that's the best, man. We don't want the big up day. We don't want the big down day. We definitely don't want the big down day. But we don't want the quick up day either. We gradually up, yeah. But, just like yesterday. So that's a great day. We're just making money. We're earning. And by the way, Group D declares when? Next week. June freaking 4th. But today is Coney Head Day. So congrats, Coney Heads. You are getting your declaration. All right, let's talk about money. How much synthetic income are we making? Bank bro. If you missed yesterday's video, I did advise everyone that I updated the synthetic and the weekly income to include, I believe the start date was May 5th, which is a Monday, because that's when it counts. And I just never got around to it, but I finally did. So that's why the numbers may look a little different to you. So synthetic income, 153 mil. Weekly income, 42 mil. That's a total net income so far during this 4-week cycle of 195 million. That comes to about $1.04 per share. The weekly income is only 22, so Rodimator is going to use that, all right? It's going to use that, and it's going to tell you, well, based on the number of days, if you earn what you've been earning, you'll be getting 33 cents, son. That's a 20% yield. So that being said, that ain't happening. There's no way. So we will default to the IV, which is 66% IV payment based on that, $1.11. $1.11. Guys, you don't have to be... I saw a lot of people bitching about this being the guesstimate. Again, it's too early to really give a guesstimate, but this is not bad. A 66% yield. Are we really at the point we're complaining about a 66% yield? I mean, I get it, man. I get it. We're all greedy bastards, but you got to just chill a little bit. We got to have some of these chill months. Not every month is going to be winners, man. And when I say winners, I'm talking like the 237s of the world, or the 202s, or the 3s, or the 4s. I mean, come on, man. 111, that's still pretty nice. Yes, it's a pay cut from last month, but it is what it is. What do you think's going to happen, right? Our synthetics, they're not even profitable right now on paper, right? So they're not going to bail you out. So get used to this, son. This is going to be it. It's next week, Sorry, but we'll see. All right, let's move on. MSTR, we talked about the calls, so we can skip right through that. Again, let's look at the synthetic. They got a 390 and a 420. MSTR is at 372. I mean, you're lucky I'm not singing, you take my money. But because I won't do that to you guys, right? Right? It looks like a gold digger. It sure as hell looks like a gold digger. But with MSTR, you never know. All right, the value of the Misty fund is $4 billion. It's back in the $4 billion. Back in business, baby. The NAV is 2167. Trade price 2170. Synthetic is worth, on paper, it's worth a Wednesday fart. That's what it's worth. Synthetic contracts. How many? 109,215. How many are they selling calls on? About 97% of them, 106,000. And how many have butt buddies? About 1.89%. So, yeah, no biggie. By the way, butt buddies is like a credit call spread. It's like a buy call. It's like we don't have to, it doesn't really matter. There's only 2012 contracts. To be honest, what the hell's the point, right? Why even bother? You know, get rid of this thing. Bye-bye. You know, you just give me more work there. Anyway, let's move on. IMST Holdings. What are they doing? What is IMST? Why are we talking about it? Well, it's a competitor to MSTY, so it's kind of added here, right? I think people want to see this. I don't know. You guys tell me. You're the bosses, right? Anyway, synthetic holdings, 375, 410. They expire June 20th. So again, who cares about those? Selling calls, though, all their calls expire. Well, the top calls expire June 6th, which is not even this Friday. It's for next week. It's 6, 8, and 23% out of the money. And then the calls on the not even the following week, the week after that, 10 and 20% out of the money. Again, it's a little different. They're not doing 1 week out. They're not doing next expiration. They're going weeks out. Not even just 2 weeks sometimes 3, 4 weeks. So it's just a little different strategy. And I like it. You know, it's just not, you know, it's not the same. They're not necessarily copycats, right? They're doing their own thing, all right? And they're trying. So let's see how it goes in due time. All right, how you doing, MST? Let's see, MST. What are you doing? You got a lot going on there, MST. You know, you're a little pain in the ass. Swappity doodah at the top, yeah, whatever. That's about 68% of the total holding. Buying calls up here, 43% of the holding. The 250, man. When's that expire? That expires Friday. It's a 250. Man, that thing is gonna make bank, bro. 2,000. Oh my goodness. I didn't realize. Doesn't show the freaking market value. Come on, man. Yo, Defiance, help us out here. Add the market value. Why is it not coming up? I don't know, man. It doesn't help. I want to know what is this worth? A lot of money. It's a lot of damn. Think about it. Oh, imagine you had that in your portfolio. Whoo-wee. You'd be retired. All right. Anyway, MST calls. What are they calling? Well, there's more buy calls. And are these worth money? No. None of them are, except that one at the top. Anyway, so what about the calls that they're selling? They all expire 5/30. Where do you look at the expiration? It's under the ticker. See it? 5/30 says year 25. The year is 25. The month is 05. The day is 30. That's the date. May 30th, 2025 is the expiration date. You see a C for a call, and then you see the number, which is the strike price, 407.50, and then a bunch of others. So they are basically 3, 6, 7, and 9% out of the money for this Friday. We'll see how that goes. All right, and that's it. That's the end of the Misty chit chat, right? That's all we got. That's all she wrote. So let's move on because I was told that my videos are too long. So let's get to it. NVIDIA's next, trade-wise, but we will cover TSLY, and then we will come back. So where are you, TSLY? Where are you, TSLY? Thank God I found you. All right, Tesla, how you doing? You went up 6.49%. Ooh, sweetly. Hold on, I'm thirsty. Okay. How are you doing, TSLY? Up 4.71%. Hey, that's a big jump in one day, man. You captured 72%. You're okay in my book. You're okay. We want that 80, but All right. We saw, though, no move. No TSLY trades yesterday. Again, sometimes they say no move is good move. All right. Synthetics, what they got? They got a 320 and they got a 340. Are they bank bro? Are they bank bro? Pretty much. Pretty much. We love the bank bro. Here we go. Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay. Here we go. All right, how many contracts? Selling calls. Five. All right, 5 strike prices on the sold calls. Just look at the blue. All right, who gives a crap about the green? Why are we even looking at the green? All right, that's the butt buddies. That's the insurance. That's the what if. We don't care about the what if. We want to know what we're selling calls on. What are we selling calls on? All right, our lowest strike right now is 352.50, and guess what? Danger. All right, it's 2.86% in the money. Okay, it's all right, man. It's all right, man. We got 3 trading days. It was a huge update. Maybe Tesla's gonna chill today, and that's probably why they left it alone, right? It's like, all right, just leave it. Just let it be. Let it do its thing. Good move, I think. Who the hell am I? Anyway, 355 is another strike. It's 2.17% in the money. 357.50 is 1.49%. Oh my God! And 4 of the 5 strike prices are in the money. All right. Then there's the 365. This one is out of the money, but out of the money by 0.58%. So again, what's best case scenario? Again, just look at the lowest strike price. If we can close just under that for the week, yeah, man, that's awesome, sweet. All right. But we see again the synthetics. Yes, they're making money on the way up. Keep that in mind. The value of the TSLY fund is 1.1 bill. The NAV is 957, trade price 955. Synthetic is worth about 78 cents per share. I know it don't seem like bank bro, but again, this is a fund that's cost under $10, so 78 cents is pretty decent. 30-day IV, 60. I mean, that's basically equivalent to freaking MSTR. Talk about unappreciated IV. I'm going to have to say MSTR has unappreciated IV. But anyway, 30-day IV of Tesla is 63%. That's actually really good for them. IV estimate based on that is 47 cents. However, we do track the income estimate. The income estimate is based on actual income. And that shows that they made about $1.45 per share, which is 198% yield. That's crazy. All right, Group A declares when? Not this week, not next week, but the week after. 14 days away on June 11th. So stay tuned for that. All right, up next is your boy NVDY. They had trades though, so we'll go chill by their trades and we'll hang out with them. Hi, NVDY nerds. All right. Anyway, what are they doing? What's the NVDY nerds doing? They're buying calls. They're selling puts. They're selling calls. They're buying calls. So what does this mean? This just means like new money came into the fund. People bought into the fund. So what they're going to do, just put that money to work. All right, put that money to work. Put it. All right, so they're adding to what? The 120 synthetic that expires on July 18th. It's all good. All right, and then they're selling calls. What, at 145, 7% of the money, same week. All right, that's good. Good stuff. Good stuff, bruh. All right, so let's go back to the file. And we will take a look. How did NVIDIA do yesterday? Again, super green day. Super-de-duper-de. NVIDIA went up 3.11%. And NVIDIA captured 2.67%. That's an 86% capture, which to me is good. It's good in my book. I don't know what your number is, but you guys got to make up your own. Anyway, NVIDIA is at 135.50. So their synthetic 120, check. And then they have a synthetic 130. How's that doing? Still, check. It's just doing aight, all right? But either way, they both expired July 18th. So as we say, let it be. All right, now we're selling calls. Again, we're selling calls. What are we doing, though? Are we winning? We're going to win this week. We have a chance. It's a good chance. What's the position at? What do we got? Well, NVIDIA is selling calls. How many strikes? We're at 2, 4, about 7 strikes. Lowest strike, 140. It's 3.32% out of the money. Highest strike is 146. That is 7.75% out of the money. So they are scattered, right? They are 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 7% out of the money. That is a scattered do, right? No double digit though out of the money. So hopefully we don't need it. I thought I heard someone say Nvidia has earnings this week. I don't know. I haven't checked the earnings calendar. I don't know when the hell anyone has earnings, to be honest. I used to be really good with that. And then, forget it. There's just so much crap. Misty just consumes life, right? Anyway, NVIDIA fund is worth 1.4 bill. The NAV, 1531, trade price 1533. Synthetic bailout, synthetic income on a paper is worth $1.24 per share. So that's good. 30-day IV, 48%. Does that represent earnings? Depends when it is, right? IV estimate based on that, 57 cents. Income estimate. There should be a formula for earnings, actually. I should probably look for that. Income estimate, $1.49. Bank Bro, that's a 126% yield. And they declare still in 21 freaking days. So they got plenty of time, right? It's on June 18th. And yeah, that's it. What do we got? Coney's next. What did you do to your cone? The freaking cone head I bought, by the way, don't even fit my head. All right, let's see if they had a trade. Trying to make a video, yes, a short, but the cone head didn't fit. It's a problem. All right. It's true. No one else had trades that we cover. So, woohoo! All right, let's go back. All right, the rest of this should be pretty easy then. All right, here we go, Coney heads. Coin, they went up yesterday, but not a lot. They went up 1.22%. Coney went up more. Yeah, that's right, more, 1.55%. So good job, Coney heads. You freaking dominated. All right, how's their synthetic doing there? It's at 250. Coin's at 266, so it's doing great. And it expires June 20th. All right, call-wise, again, they're selling calls, obviously. How they doing, though? They're 4 to 8% out of the money. 4 strikes. The lowest strike is 277.50. That's 4.17% out of the money. The highest strike is 290. That's 8.86% out of the money. Again, it's okay. We don't know. Like, it's hard. How the hell are we going to know if that's safe? Who the hell knows? We just got to watch and see. Hope for the best, right? The value of this fund is 1.2 bill. The NAV is 9. The trade price, 902. Great. Synthetic is worth 55 cents per share on a paper. And again, that's good because it's under $10 fund at this point. 30-day IV, 60%. IV estimate based on that, 42 cents. Income estimate, are you freaking kidding me? $1.41. That's a 203% yield. They probably declared by now. I don't even know what the hell my guesstimate was. I honestly forgot. And I don't know. I don't know what they're going to pay. But I'm sure it's going to be pretty damn decent. So yeah, that's why it shows Group C declares in 0 days, being today. Next time would be June 25th. So congrats, Coney heads, on whatever your distro is. All right, up next is the SMCI part of the video. All right, it's the SMCY Schmucks. No, I don't know. It's the SMCY Suckers, actually. SMCY Schmucks. I don't think they'll like that. Anyway, SMCI, they went up 3.56%. SMCY went up 3.31%. That is a 93% capture. So good job there. All right, how we doing on the synthetic? We're at 45. Strike price expires June 20th. All right, less than a month away. And SMCI is at 41.57. So right now, it's not really, make a bank, bro. We want bank, bro, right? Or else we're not going to be your friend. All right, let's see. Let's see how the calls are doing, though. See if we can make some money this week. Let's see. They got 3 strikes. 43.50 is the lowest. It's 4.64% out of the money. Then 45. Then 46.50, which the other ones are 8 and 11% out of the money. So, again, they're in a pretty good spot. I think so. But, again, you can never tell. Nobody knows, all right? Nobody freaking knows except the insiders, right? The value of this fund is 164 mil. Who are the insiders? I don't know. NAV is 1990. Trade price 1993. Synthetic on paper, negative. Or remember, fart sound is negative. 30-day IV, 78%. Yeah, they are the clear winner of IV. Congrats. IV estimate based on that, $1.21. And income estimate is what? $590. What? $590. Income estimate, what? $590. What? $590. What? $590. What? Yeah, that's a 384% yield. That's insane. Are they paying that? No, they're not paying that. But that's just what they made on paper. Not on paper. Oh my God. That's what they actually made as recognized income for the month, for this 4-week cycle. Right? 4-week cycle. I don't know. Group D declares when? Next week. So we gotta actually we gotta make a decision next week. This Sunday I'll have to decide, what are they gonna pay? What do I think they're gonna pay? You know, it's not I don't know. Is it gonna be 5? No. It's gonna be 4? No. I don't know what it's gonna be. You know, we'll get there. We'll get there. Who cares? We gotta worry about this week. All right. Up next, your boy Palanteer and the PLTY gang. Or no, the PLTY posse. Yo. All right, Palanteer, they went up 0.06%. PLTY beat it, but went up 0.1%. So those are the days. Again, these are the days that we love. Options loves flat, slow. Just like us. We're getting old. We're getting slower. You know, just chill. Just chill. All right. All right, Palanteer is at 123.38. PLTY's freaking strike, 115. I mean, it expires on July 18th, but still awesome. All right, but again, they still calls. Let's see how they doing. The lowest of the lowest strike is 127, 2.93% out of the money. The highest of the highs, 134 strike, 8.6% out of the money. So what are they? They are scattered-do, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8% out of the money. Can you dig it, sucker? Oh, here we go. We just hit half a bill. Yay! Woo! All right, PLTY's a half a bill. All right, $500 million. The NAV is 62.13, trade price 62.10. Synthetic on paper, what's it worth? A lot, all right? $4.57 per share. Good God. 30-day IV, 60%. IV estimate based on that, $291. Income estimate is negative, so that means they're not making a profit. The recognized income is not actual income. It shows negative, so it shows negative. Anyway, sorry about the voice. Occasionally, I lose it in the garage when the heater gets too hot in here. You know, we got further in the video. Sometimes you just lose it. All right. Anyway, Group B declares when in 21 days on June 18th. So that's the update on all of those YieldMax funds, all of those suckers that we cover. And guess what else I cover on my daily video? Guess. My options trades. But before that, let's see. Just so you know, Group C is declaring these are what they made income-wise. So how does that fare now? I'll give you a chance to digest this. Compare that to, look at the green column, right? Compare, negative is actual income. Compare that to how much they paid, to give you an idea of how much the actual income per share that they did pay out this time around. If you care. I don't know if you guys care about that, but I figured I'd do that for you. See? I'm here for you. I got you. I got your back. All right. Time to talk about options. Our favorite thing to talk about. All right. You ready? I'm working on, I talked about this yesterday. I'm adding my retire now finalized spreadsheet. This is where it's going to be. It's all going to be held on the options. I'm not done, so I'm not going to show it. But it's all going to be held here. I have no new questions. So I will just go right to the Misty tab and show you that we still got this loaner of a put. All right, this loaner of a put. I sold a put way back when on May 9th. It expires this Friday. It is a $23 strike price. All right. Currently, MSTY is at $21.70. So if it stays where it's at by this Friday, this will expire and get assigned. And what does assigned mean? It means that they'll take the money, the collateral that I put up, the $2,300 that I put up, it's in pending status. They'll take that away from me, and they'll give me in return 100 shares of Misty at $23. But that's what I agreed to when I sold the put. All right, since I agreed to that, I got to stick to it. If I don't want that to happen, then I have a few options, right? I could pay money to close out the position, which in the end would make me actually lose money. Or I could do a rolling order and roll this put out into next month. But that's not what I want to do. What I want to do is let it be. Let it be. Again, because if it expires and I get assigned, if I have to buy the shares, the reason I chose the expiration date that I did is because next week is declaration week. So guess what? I'll have 100 more shares, which will make total in this account 500 shares of MSTY, which would match my other account of 500 shares, which would give me 1,000 shares of Misty between the two accounts. So I'm okay. I'm okay with whatever happens, to be honest. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. All right. Yesterday, TSLY went thug nasty, right? They went gangsta. They went to the moon. All right. They were mooning. So what did I do? I sold calls. All right. Yesterday was the 27th. I sold calls. All right. I had to. And I sold two. I usually don't do that, but I sold two because I was greedy. So yesterday, again, it was around 15.54 at the time. I sold a call at 17. $17 was 9.54% out of the money, which in the end, actually, they closed it. It's now only 3.28% out of the money. Obviously, I should have waited a little longer, but it is what it is. The delta on the top at the time was 0.27, so higher than the 0.2, so kind of aggressive. Premium per share, 31 cents, so they paid me $31, which was a 167% yield. So would you say this is a little risky? A little riskier than the norm, yeah. I felt like I had to go a little riskier to collect a little more premium. And then I wanted to sell another call, but I couldn't do it in the same week. The hell did I just hear? Oh, it's raining. It's raining today, of course. I'm supposed to be freaking mowing the lawn. That's not good. Off of work today again. Back tomorrow, which is going to suck ass. But, hey, it is what it is. Let me enjoy my last day. All right. Anyway, what the hell? Yeah, so it kept going up. So I wanted to sell another call, and I wanted a higher strike. But if I went higher strike with an expiration date within this week, the premium sucked. The premium sucked. So I had to go out to next Friday, all right, June 6th. So I was able to sell a call with a $20 strike price, which was 26% out of the money at the time. Now it's a little lower. Now it's 21. It's okay. The delta was 0.18, so under my 0.2, you know. And the premium paid me about 33 cents per share or $33. And the yield on that was about 76%. So, hey, not bad. Not bad for a day's work. So, yeah, in the end, what do I got going on? I got pending puts. No, I don't. Remember yesterday? I closed. Yesterday was super green. So, super green day. I talked about this in the morning video. Those puts could be worth basically nothing. So, why not pay, close them out? You don't know what's going to happen next day throughout the week. Why not get that collateral back for chump change, all right? So, you can see here, I paid 2 cents and 5 cents to close out those suckers. And then the premium kept shows 90 and 87%. So yeah, basically I did a buy to close on the two puts. What does that mean? It just means I paid whatever it's worth to close, which was not a lot. And I got my collateral back of $1,200 and $1,300. All right, hopefully that makes sense. So total net income for the day and for the week on TSLY is $64. All right, nothing crazy there. It's just is what it is. And oh yeah, total shares I own of TSLY is 700. Total calls pending are 5. All right, so 5 contracts is 500 shares. So 700 total shares minus 500. I have 200 remaining shares that I can sell calls on. So if TSLY is green today, I'll sell calls. If TSLY is flat today, I'll sell calls. If TSLY tanks today, I will not sell calls. I will sell puts. That's my plan. All right, here's TNA. Because I'm TNA Dynamite. All right, so what do we got? Again, the market was green, so I sold calls on TNA. All right, same thing, man. It was tough. You know, usually I'm selling calls on the Monday, and you would have the full week. But since you're selling calls on a Tuesday, the premium is not the same. So I had to go a little aggressive, more aggressive than I really wanted to. The stock was TNA was at 29.10. I sold a call at 30. Super risky. 3.09% out of the money. All right. The delta on that, you see, it's above 0.2. It's at 0.33. But it did pay me a pretty 43 cents, which came to $43, which is actually an annualized yield of 124%. So again, risk versus reward. Am I willing to risk selling these shares at $30 for $43? Yes, obviously I am. Or I wouldn't have done it unless I'm a dumbass, right? Anyway, the market was continuing to go up and up and up. I'm like, the same thing with TSL. I'm like, I'll sell another call. And again, I got to go another week out. So here it is. It was at 29.24. I sold this one at 33. Again, not as high as I wanted, but high enough. 12.86% out of the money. Unfortunately, now it's only 9% out of the money. But look at the delta on that, super low. Again, the premium it wasn't all there, but I got to get something, man. I'm not sitting on this green day. So I was active. Delta, like we said, 0.13. Premium per share, 19 cents, comes to $19. Yield on that, horrible yield, 23%. But again, say that to someone on the outside world. Is it 23% a horrible annualized yield? No, not really. So at least I'm making something, all right? And this, if you think about it, do we really think TNA is going to close above 30? I mean, we don't know. We just don't know. But I gotta make money on my shares. I gotta do it. Oh yeah, I also had 3 TNA puts that were pending. So since TNA was super green, I did the same thing. I'm like, I'll close them out, man. I paid 5 cents for one, 4 cents another, 2 cents another. So I kept 82, 86, and 88% of the total profits, which raised my annualized yield because, again, the time frame of the holding of it, very short. So I got all that collateral back. I got 2,600 plus 2,500 plus 2,400. So all that cash back in the account. Even though it was just pending, it was just chilling, but still. It's a move. Sometimes I leave it alone, but yesterday I'm like, you know what? Let's just free it up. You don't know what tomorrow. Because if today, like, I'm actually really hoping for kind of like a half, maybe half. Let's lose half of what we gained yesterday. I'd be good with that. And then I'll go aggressive on the puts. I will. Because again, I just closed 5 puts? I closed 5 freaking puts yesterday. I'll open freaking 4 more today. Why not? I'll do it. Anyway, TNA for the week or for the day, $62. Not bad. All right. So, how many shares do I own of TNA currently? 500, right? Yep, 500 right here. It shows. I know it's not a great spot, but that's what it is. And then call-wise, where are we at here? We got 3 calls. So I have 200 shares left over without calls attached to them. All right? Sound good? Great. All right, 2025 weekly income is so far $126. We have 3 trading days left. Again, my goal is to make at least $400 per week in May. All right, what's June going to be? I really don't know. It depends on what Misty pays, but for the most part, it's around $400 to $500. So, and I've been kind of doing that. I've been doing pretty well, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see how all that goes. All right, sound good? Great, wonderful. So what my plan is really going forward is I'm going to start tracking how much I made on here so we can see what the goal is, where I'm at, what my reinvestment percentage is, and all that jazz. I think it's going to be a good time. I think you guys are going to like, the overall summary. Because, again, this is my account now. This is my Retire Now account, which is my options account. So in the beginning, I don't know if you guys recall, I was doing both YieldMax, Define. I was doing the ETF, party and options. And I didn't trust myself to do 100% options. Now I'm doing 100% options because I trust myself. I mean, kind of. But we'll see how it goes, though. Whatever, man. What's going to happen? What's going to happen? Come on, Cletus. Come on. Obviously, there's risk. Yeah, obviously. Anyway, guys, that's the end of the video. So as always, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. I don't want to be, all right? I just want to be a schmuck on YouTube. It's actually fun. But no, for real, this video is for fun and entertainment. So hopefully you had fun. Hopefully you're entertained. If not, I'll try again tomorrow. I'll do better. I will. I seriously will. Maybe. I don't know. What else? If you enjoy this content, I mentioned it earlier, please hit the like button. It helps the channel. I know, it's annoying. Shut up. Why do you keep saying that? Why do you ask for likes? Well, because what else? You know, how else does word get out? How else does YouTube spread the word? How else does it help the algorithm? You know, you got to think about this when you watch your favorite YouTubers, right? If the least you could do is hit the like button, then why not? Hit the like button, right? Hit the like. Take a sec, all right? Pull over, hit the like. Or take a break, hit the like. Or do it later, hit the like, right? Comments, whatever. I don't know. Leave your comments down below if you have a question. But speaking of comments, it's keyword time. So if you made it this far in the video, and you want to prove it, you gotta say the keyword. What is the keyword? I'm gonna make it options related, man. Options related. I think all of you know what this means now, but we did a lot of buy to close. So, right? We did a lot. I did 5 buy to close. What does buy to close mean, right? BTC, like Bitcoin. Buy to close. What does it mean? Well, I only sell. I'm a seller when it comes to options. I sell puts, I sell calls. The only time I buy is to close a position. So when we say buy to close, I'm actually paying money to close out the position that I currently have open. Because to me, it's just worth it to, rather than wait and let it expire worthless on its own. So that's kind of what the buy to close means. And that's the key word. So if you made it this far in the video and you want to prove it to myself and all these other degenerates, you got to type in down below, buy to close. That's the key word. I know it's a little different, but hey, let's have fun with it. Hopefully you guys know what it is now, right? Buy to close. All right? We got to teach you options. We got to do our best. We got to learn options. We got to learn everything. We got to, because we don't want to work forever. Enough of this crap, man. Again, a video for another day. I'm ready. I'm ready to ramble about that, about working, working your ass off all day, every day. For what? So you can retire. By then your kids will be older. Like, you're going to miss out on everything. Man, it's not cool. It's not cool. But we're going to find better ways, man. We're going to get out of this rat race. And we're going to enjoy our lives. We're going to enjoy every single minute that we can with our family. You know what I mean? Our kids are only young for so long. You're going to spend it in the office every freaking day. Oh, we get a 2-week vacation. Thank you so much. You're so nice to me. Oh, my goodness. Oh, wait, I have you. What do you give me? Oh, 401k match? Oh, wow, you're so generous. Oh, wait, I can't touch it till I'm 6. What? Oh, you give me health benefits? Oh, I'm sorry, they suck anyway. Like I said, I wanted to ramble, and now I can't help myself. It just keeps going. But anyway, guys, I just want to say, for real, thank you for watching, and have a great day. I will talk to you all tomorrow, all right? I'll talk to you tomorrow. I'll talk to you tomorrow. You're only a day away.